Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys will get the football. Right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
An all-pro in 8 of his 9 NFL seasons. It's Jim Brown with it. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run now with Brown. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. On third down, Griffin. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. First down, Peterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up second and
4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Here's Brown. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
But when you go from second and 4 to third and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Walter Payton, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to Bo Jackson.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Stenerud now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 3rd down, Brown. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Griffin. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action to Jackson. He'll buy some time. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. This is Brown on the carry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Griffin. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on fourth down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Jan Stenerud on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short, and this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give right side. It's Brown. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Brown. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, it's Griffin. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. He's got daylight. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken very short. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now. It's Peterson, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Brings up third and 6.
From the shotgun, Griffin. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. Brown. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They run. Peterson down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a carry for Brown, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it fourth down. Stinnerwood's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll hit Jackson. Complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Walter Payton, 70 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Stenerud now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, it's Griffin. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again, Griffin. That's complete to his running back, Payton. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to sweetness, Walter Payton. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. It's a big run for AP. 64 yards. So a big run for AP. And when you look at the total package, everyone knows the level of player he's been in this league. But what really impresses you about Adrian Peterson?
I have to go back to the nickname his father gave him, which is AD, which stands for all day, because he never stopped. Morning, noon, night. And that's how he plays the game. No plays over. He always tries to finish things, and he thinks that each and every run he makes is going to take him all the way to the end zone.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brown. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. This is Brown. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Another
running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jackson. It's caught. Jones.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On second down, Peyton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there. A first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Check back 27. Check back 27. All right.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.